What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot time. Checking in. It is Wednesday evening. It's about 10 after 8. And I want to jump on here real quick. You know, we got our podcast tonight. Got the live recording of the podcast coming up in about an hour and 20 minutes sharp. I'm trying to get home from work really late night tonight. And just wanted to talk about a couple of games coming up this weekend that are near and dear to my heart, and I will be providing some excellent commentary on these in our podcast, but I want to touch on them real quick and my reasons why I'm leaning the way I am. First off, Clemson versus Virginia. You know, the number one Taters are at home on prime time TV on that ACC network on Saturday night. They got 2 games in a row on prime time. That is awesome for them, man. That's just great. Anyway, they are laying 28 points at home against the Virginia Cavaliers. You know, I look at this line here and say, God, that seems like a lot of points, man. It seems like a lot. I'd be afraid to bet that. Well, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be. I mean, first off, the Taters, the past 2 years, well, except the beginning of the 2018 season, right, against ACC competition, they're 15-4 against the spread. Okay, now they could be. Now you can look at this little edge here and say they could be looking ahead to the Miami game, which is next Saturday night. And Miami has an off week this week, so they're going to come in there undefeated, and you know, all full of piss and vinegar, ready to wear the turnover chain some more, ready to hold up the touchdown. But why is everybody? Let me go on a tangent. Why does everybody got have a prop anymore? They got to have a little prop. They got a turnover chain. We got a lunch pail. I don't know what the heck the Gamecocks have got, because we don't never get no damn turnovers, or we don't make enough good defensive plays to warrant that, and we don't score enough touchdowns. But anyway, somebody has a belt. I don't know. It's like a wrestling, like a title belt, like a World WWE Championship belt or something. For, I don't know, a good play on offense. I think it was like somebody crappy too, like South Alabama or something. I'm really not sure. But that stuff is dumb, man. That stuff's dumb. Get rid of all the stupid gimmicks and just play football. Anyway, Miami's coming in there, and you could say and make the case that, well, you know, Dabo, and they're not going to show Miami everything or whatever, but Taters really not that kind of a team. They kind of line up and come at you and just dare you to stop them. You kind of know what they're going to do. I mean, Travis Etienne is going to run all over you, and Trevor Lawrence is going to throw the ball all over the park. I mean, that's what it is. And you know who his targets are, and it's up to you to stop it. There's not a lot of trickeration there, not a lot of weird different formations and shit you've never seen from them before. There's just not. So I don't know that really plays into it a lot. I mean, they've just been rolling. I mean, I hate to say it, but they have been rolling. Just the past couple of years, especially, they've just been steamrolling this ACC competition. Is Virginia a horrible team? No. But they have taken a step back from last year. And yes, I know that they won last Saturday against Duke, right? 38-20. Dude, they had 7 turnovers. Forced 7 turnovers against Duke. Or Duke turned the ball over to them 7 times. I mean, 7 turnovers and you're only winning by 18 points? Something wrong with that. There's something wrong there. And you had to come from behind to do it. So, with that being said, the only advantage I see there that Virginia might have is they have a 6'7" receiver that Clemson's going to have to defend. And he caught a couple of touchdown passes there against Duke, and that could be a problem if he's that good. I mean, if he's that fast, if he's that athletic and has that good of a set of hands, yeah, that's going to be a matchup nightmare for anybody. But my thing is, if this dude is slow And these Clemson cornerbacks who, obviously they're going to be smaller than him. God, everybody's going to be smaller than you. If you're 6'7", you're on top of the world. I mean, if he's not able to get separation from them, though, he ain't going to make no big plays. So I don't really think that's something that they really have to worry about. I'm taking the Taters to cover in this game. I don't know about y'all, but it's the first ACC game at home. I think they'll come out firing on all cylinders, and I think that they'll just absolutely just mollywop Virginia, sort of like they did in the ACC championship game. Bryce Perkins, no Bryce Perkins, it really doesn't matter. Virginia doesn't match up well with the Taters. All right, then you have my Gamecocks going on the road to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, otherwise known popularly as the Swamp, to take on the Florida Gators. What are they ranked this week? Number 3? Something like that? 4? Florida's laying 18 at home. Now, in our little Rob Comrade and Kel Show contest with the Callaway's Sports Bar and Grill Pick'em Challenge, our line's a little bit higher than that. Our line is 21.5 that Florida's laying. So that's different. I may play that differently, but 18 and Florida's laying that. Dude, I'm going to look at it this way. I know that Florida had some problems last week defensively. They were missing a couple of players for whatever reason. According to some of their fans, that's why they gave up lots of points to Ole Miss. Gave up a lot of points to a coach who is an offensive mind and has an offensive geared game plan, and he's playing at home. But that's why we gave up a bunch of yards to them. Other than that, no, it's not. Florida lost a lot off defense from last year, a lot, but they still were in a game with Ole Miss last week that was kind of back and forth in the first half, but then Florida, like in that third quarter, man, they really, really just pulled away from them. Do I think that South Carolina will be able to score some points on Florida's defense? Yes, I do. Herein, though, lies the problem. I don't see South Carolina being able to stop their offense. Defense was supposed to be that was supposed to be our strength coming in, man. That was supposed to be our strength. From what I understand, Muschamp is calling in the defensive plays now. He don't trust T-Rob no more, so he's calling in the defensive plays himself. He's taking over that. I guess further distancing himself from the offensive game plan, which is a good thing. And the offense looked pretty good the other night. So that's why I'm saying we can score some points against them. They will score points against Florida. But the issue with the defense is that secondary, man. That secondary got ate the fuck up against Tennessee in the second half of that game Saturday night. And it got ate the fuck up by a quarterback who, and Vol fans, I apologize, okay? I'm not trying to disparage your dude, okay? I'm not trying to disparage Guantanamo Bay, but he is a pedestrian quarterback. He is. Y'all have even said that yourselves. He is a big-armed guy who has a rifle for an arm, and it's just not very accurate. Y'all were like, what, 1 of 11 or 12 on third down conversions? Yeah, that's not good. And you know what's even worse than that being not good? The fact that we freaking lost to y'all. That's what's even worse than that. You were 1-13 on third down conversions, and we lost to y'all's ass. That's why I'm mad. That's why I'm complaining and sitting here and saying that Tennessee's a bunch of average Joes and they may win 5 ball games this year, because it's true. It's true. You're 1 of 11 on third downs against a defense that can't get off the field in the second half. Thing is, Israel Mukuamu, Gamecocks, starting cornerback, okay, should be a safety, plays like a safety. He uses his hands a little bit too much for me, but he's an important part of that defense. He sat the entire second half on Saturday, and then you saw what happened there. That's when Jarrett Guarantano kind of started lighting it up there a little bit later in the fourth quarter, or a little bit later in the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, through the 36-yard touchdown pass, or 32 yards, I think it was, to Josh Palmer, and kid Cam Smith, the kid who the punt bounced off of at the end of the game, was the one defending him. He was highly touted coming out of high school. He's still playing too young right now. Anyway, Mukuamu is listed, according to Muschamp, as day-to-day and probable against Florida. That's what I have read. Which, in Muschamp speak, means he's not going to damn play. He's not playing. And Will Muschamp is a known liar, and he is a confirmed bullshit artist. Okay, he will not be very forthcoming with information about injuries to the players. I was disappointed today when I went to the website that I always use, the DonBest.com website. One of the Vegas sharps. He puts out a really good newsletter there. And all of a sudden, now you got to register and pay for all his information. So I ain't doing all that right now because I don't even know how much it costs. But he used to have a great injury report that was updated daily on each team. I don't think Mukuamu is going to be playing. Also, linebacker Sherrod Green, he's got God almighty, I can't even remember what his issue was, what his injury is. He's going to be like 4 to 5 weeks. Same old stuff, man. Same old crap. Here we go. Depth being an issue, and those guys being out, I don't like our chances of stopping Kyle Trask, and I especially don't like the chances of stopping Kyle Pitts. This guy, I mean, he plays like a wide receiver, but he's a tight end. He can virtually do anything on the field. I mean, he's a freakish athlete. Going to go in the first round very highly, and for good reason. I mean, he is an excellent tight end, excellent ball player. I think he had like 4 touchdown passes last week. So, and it scares me a little bit. I mean, seriously, like I pooped in my pants a little bit when I see him play. I mean, he's scary. So that matchup doesn't work well for us. The running game, are we going to be able to run the ball against them? Who knows? But I don't like the chances there. You're going on the road. I know that's not the same as going on the road normally. It's still going to Florida. We have played them close the past couple years. Last year, of course, had some bad calls go against us, and the year before, South Carolina had them done. I mean, they were down for we had powerbombed them. Jake Bentley had powerbombed them, and he was on top of them for the 1, 2. And that thing didn't quite hit the mat for a 3 count. No, Florida came up and they hooked like old Hulk Hogan back in the 80s. Ooh, brother. Exactly like what it was. It's exactly like what it was. And then they just totally kicked our ass in the fourth quarter and we lost. But I'm taking Florida to cover that 18-point spread there. I think they win the game by about 3 touchdowns. I think South Carolina will move the ball on them some. It's just not going to be enough. We're not going to be able to stop that offense. They will be able to stop ours, and they'll control the time of possession, and that's just not going to bode out well for us. So, until I can see some marked improvement, I will not be laying points with South Carolina, especially on a line less than 20 against a really good team like Florida. So there's a couple of Carolina Jackpots picks against the spread that are near and dear to my heart for this coming up weekend, the weekend of October 3rd in college football. I'll see y'all later. Make sure you check our podcast out tonight. Push, and I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Woo! Fire Coach Boom.